I am John Nance, and today I am sitting with the great.
Pita Kotobalavu, lead singer for Unity the band.
I love how you say your last name.
Oh, it's all good, man.
Who are you?
I was born in the Fiji Islands, born and raised in the Fiji Islands, and moved here to Wisconsin. And I'm just a regular guy that, works hard at what he's planning to do, and I'm the lead singer of a band. I've been working at about 20, going to 22 years now. It's a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of hard work. And it's definitely paid off a little bit for sure, too.
It has paid off. It's getting more people more diverse in what reggae music and culture is in Wisconsin, in the Midwest.
Yep, and like you told me, it's not about you, it's about the people.
It's about the people. Always about the people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where was the first moment you got into music where you really started to take it to a different level?
My uncles, when I was in Fiji growing up, my uncles had a band. They were called Blue Ribbon. And it was more of a country band, Fijian country crossover. That's where I really loved music from that point. And then I was a Methodist. When I would pass with my grandparents going to church, I would hear the band playing. And I would take a break from Methodist church to go and listen to Assemblies of God. Next thing I know, I was in the band.
That's awesome. What was the first instrument you picked up that really got you hooked?
Drums.
Drums?
Natively, for us in the Fiji Islands, natively, everything's a heartbeat, sticks. We learn how to hit the lali. We have a wooden drum back home they call the lali that we hit when we are young. We were taught to go and ring the clock. When it's 3 o'clock, you go hit the lali. And war dances and all of that, you have to harmonize and sing with a whole group of people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What is your background and what is your family background?
My background, I was born in the Fiji Islands. I was raised in a village called Nananu. And the clan that I was raised in was the clan Rara. It's the old clan, it's the old Egyptian call, they call Ra. I come from that family tribe. My great-grandfather came from a clan up in Nangia in Fiji. And he was a warrior, and he conquered half of the Fijian Islands. And then when he was old, he came and rested in the village of Nanano. Just to know where my background is from my great ancestor, warrior. So we come from a tribal family. In all our family, we all have that, the blood, all the apples always fall close to it. So I have those urges. But in order for me to control that, I control it through using music and talking to people and trying to change what people think about the world. Where I come from, the world was nothing to me when I was living in Fiji. I didn't know anything about the world till I stepped out of it. Just a simple man. I had a chance to come here to America to make a living, and I did that. My mission is to try to change as many people as we can, trying to think of the world as one, because I think so the world right now is going into a very bad spot. And either you're going to be a leader or you're going to be a bystander. Yeah. Choose the tip of the spear. If you're going to lead, then you have to use the tip of the spear. Right? So my grandfather used to say that. And depending on how you use it, you can use it for bad or you can always use it for good. And if you use it for good, only thing you get back from it is good. Music for me is trying to conquer people to understand that we're all in the same boat and change it. And it's a different way of thinking because you're taking a war mentality, but you're taking it into music. Trying to spread love instead of war. Because a lot of people talk about war. Everything you hear every day, people getting shot, killed, nothing good. So if you talk about love every day, you can change it, the narrative. Because I think so the future of America is always great because from before, people said it's going to come back to the middle. No, you have to be that person to change it. You don't stand around and just be a bystander. And that's not only here. When I got them back home, I changed the people back home too. Because I believe in my country, it could be a successful country. If my people believed in themselves instead of believing in outsiders and be a bystander. My dad was involved in politics. If I ever get involved in politics in Fiji, the world will know what kind of country we are. If the Lord lives me and let me live long enough, I'll change the world. A small country will show the world we can do it. It's easy. It's a matter of how you think. And I always believe people just need more love and attention. Some people just need attention. Because if you knew me when I was young, I was very much a spear, very rebel. I was in the ring, I was fighting, I'm trained in MMA, I'm a full martial artist. A lot of people don't know about me because I don't share that part. I've done a lot of stuff. I've traveled, played rugby. I try to do everything that makes me feel good. But everything that I went to, what violent was involved, even sports, I felt like it wasn't for me. When I chose music, it was the only thing that I know that I always get back something from it and it always made me feel good. So that's why I stuck with it.
What would you say your biggest struggle is in the world right now for you personally?
For me personally?
Yes.
How can I help more people? I mean, right now, there's more hungry people in the world, homeless people, mentally ill people, people who are sick, children that are dying in hospitals. People don't talk about that. I have a problem with people driving around all day and thinking that life is just easy. I've lived a great life so far. Some kids don't even get to live a year old. Put yourself in that family's shoes or one of those kids. So when I get to see kids dancing in our concert and stuff, that makes the day the best thing ever. There's always a saying, the Bible always talks about it, even the Quran, you name any religion, they talk about love. We call ourselves loving people, yet we like to kill and pillage, hurt people. If you really think you're a son of God, one creator, or son of Jah, then everybody is your people. Son of Jah always represents love. You got money in your pocket, give it. I never worry about money. Money is always there. I'm not a millionaire. If I was a millionaire, I would be poor. Because your life on this planet serves, you are serving your people. And I'm doing that as a musician. And I believe I'll do that all the way till I die. But I feel if you can change one person just by a handshake, you can change the world because the chain continues. My word to Jah is my oath. Till the day Jah takes me, because life's very short. 100 years from now, maybe another person will be standing in my shoes saying the same things. And those are the tips of the spears. No matter if you're black, white, red, any color. If you believe on the tip of a spear, then you can make that spear be blunt and be moving something stronger. Because spearhead doesn't mean for killing. No, a spearhead means for changing. In my culture, a spearhead is for changing. We are tribesmen till the day we die, and we live with it. My kids have their own journeys. Hopefully one day maybe they might pick up the torch. But you have to have that mentality of thinking. Education is the biggest thing. If you educate yourself, you could change the world from where you are standing. I remember when I used to come into the city for the first time, police officers used to pull me over. I used to be called names. It was cool because I felt like that was my challenge. How can I restrain myself and be able to stand within the midst of fire and be able to face the fire? The missionaries did that. Every religion, the Buddha did it. Jesus Christ, the Son of God, came down and blessed the planet. So why not I? But to really help people is to look within yourself first. You cannot help somebody if you don't help yourself.
What brings you the most happiness right now?
I've lived a good life. And I'm going to keep on living a good life till the last breath. That is the most happiest thing I can do. I've achieved something with my brothers in my band. We've achieved it. And the sisters, who all the people who helped this band to where it is now. We've achieved something that a lot of people think it'll never be achieved. Mostly a place like this. What makes me happy is what I'm breathing and able to stand a few more days here on earth. And I'm grateful for that. Because if God calls me, I'm grateful for that too. I'll meet my Creator. When the day comes, I will meet my Creator. No weeping, no crying. You gotta face it. Rastaman always. A Rastaman vibration. Always.
If you could tell your younger self, or someone like me who's growing up in the world, someone who looked like you,
yes.
What kind of advice would you give them?
Well, I think so. I have to be very broad about it. I cannot just choose my color to make me who I am. Mm-hmm. But I know that's a weakness that we have, that we look at our color and we make that an excuse for us not achieving our goal of greatness. Part of that here in America, people try to use race as an scapegoat. I call it an escape because people like to use that. Doesn't matter what color you are, you can achieve anything. I've done it. It's not because of my color. I've done something that most people are going to, from 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now, will look back and go, he did it without calling himself neither white nor black. Because I am mixed. A lot of people don't know that. It doesn't have to be a color. If you want to be successful in this world, then strive for it. Think how you will put it together. Don't dream about it, write it. Once you see it with your eyes, your mind picks it up. Now it becomes a memory. Mm-hmm. That's what you strive on every day. No matter what they call you, no matter if they spit on you, no matter if you're homeless, you will survive because your dream is bigger than everything. It's not the same as anybody else's. So that's the way you think about it. Just think about it and strive towards it. People used to tell me no 100 times. Out of that 100, there's one that said yes. Some venues I walk in and they say, we don't have your kind here. They used to call me names when I played, stand in front of me and call me all names all night. I played right in front of them. By the end of the night, they came and shook my hand and called me by my first name. But the next time I come around, they'll be one of my best friends and they bring all their family. Next thing you know, I've changed not only him,
but a whole group.
all over it. So I kept on going on that measure of trying to change it. Because I changed the narrative now in this small part of the country of the USA. Anyone can. There's 1 million people like me that think the same way. You want to be that 1,000,001. Take the time to sit back and listen. And if you're listening to this, start writing down everything you want to do. Once you find that, you'll get it. You'll get it. Believe me.